I remember the first time I thought I was going to die. And it wasn't during a shootout or a high-speed chase. It was in complete silence, sitting in my patrol car, watching a man who hadn't moved in 6 minutes. His engine was still running. His headlights were on. And something about the way his head tilted forward made my stomach tighten. That's when the radio cracked, asking for a status update. And I didn't answer. Because in that moment, I already knew. Something was very, very wrong. But let me take you back to how it all started. When I first became a patrol officer, I thought I understood danger. I'd seen the videos, heard the stories, trained until my muscles reacted before my brain could catch up. My father used to say, "Most days are boring until one isn't." Back then, I laughed it off. My world was simple. Routine traffic stops, noise complaints, the occasional drunk causing trouble. I had my partner, Mike, who never shut up and somehow made even the longest shifts feel short. And I had this small ritual. Every night before starting, I'd tap the dashboard twice. Superstition, maybe, but it made me feel in control. The first signs that something was off didn't come with sirens or chaos. They came quietly, like a slow leak. Dispatch started getting more calls about abandoned vehicles. Engines running, doors unlocked, drivers nowhere to be found. At first, we joked about it. "People losing their minds," Mike muttered once, leaning back in his seat. But I remember the way he glanced at me afterward, just for a second too long. That's when I should have known. The unease didn't hit all at once. It crept in, tightening my chest, making every shadow look just a little darker. The first real incident happened on a cold Tuesday night. We pulled up to a sedan parked awkwardly across 2 lanes, hazard lights blinking like a heartbeat. I stepped out, hand resting near my holster, scanning the surroundings. The air felt wrong, too still. No wind, no distant noise, just silence. I approached the driver's side slowly. "Sir?" I called, tapping on the window lightly. No response. "Sir, can you hear me?" I tried again, louder this time. Inside, a man sat slumped forward, hands still on the wheel. His face was pale. Too pale. My pulse spiked.
Get back in the vehicle, now!
"Mike, get EMS!" I said, my voice tighter than I wanted it to be. As Mike reached for the radio, I opened the door. The smell hit me first. Metallic. Sharp. The man's eyes snapped open. I froze.
What in the...
"Don't," he whispered, his voice barely there, like air escaping a tire. Then his hand moved, too fast. Everything after that happened in fragments. A flash of metal, Mike shouting, my own voice, yelling commands I don't even remember forming, and then the gunshot. One. Deafening. Final. When it was over, the silence came back, but it wasn't the same kind. This one was heavy, pressing down on my ears. The man was dead. A weapon lay on the floor. And my hands, they wouldn't stop shaking. That was the moment everything changed. The investigation said it was justified. "You did what you had to do," the captain told me, placing a firm hand on my shoulder. But something about the case didn't sit right. The man hadn't acted like someone trying to attack. He'd looked scared, terrified even. And those words, "don't," they kept replaying in my head over and over like a broken record. Then came the second car. Same pattern. Engine running, driver unresponsive. This time, I was alone. I parked behind it, my headlights cutting through the darkness. My radio crackled softly, but I ignored it. My focus locked onto the silhouette inside. My heart was already racing before I even stepped out. "Dispatch, I've got another one," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. No reply. Static. I approached the vehicle, slower this time. More cautious. My breathing felt too loud in my ears. "Police, can you hear me?" I shouted.
Get down on the
Nothing.
ground now! Show me your hands!
I reached for the handle, then stopped. Something inside me screamed not to open that door. I stepped back instead.
Keep your hands where I can see them.
"Step out of the vehicle," I ordered, louder now. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the engine cut off. The headlights flickered, and the driver slowly lifted his head. "You shouldn't be here," he said, his voice calm. Too calm. My grip tightened. Step out of the vehicle now, I repeated. He didn't move. They're watching, he added, almost casually. A chill ran down my spine. Who? I asked before I could stop myself. He smiled.
Patrol.
That was my mistake. Everything spiraled from there. More calls, more cars, same pattern, same eerie behavior, and always that same underlying feeling that we weren't dealing with something normal. Mike tried to brush it off.
Don't worry about it.
It's stress, man, he said one night, rubbing his eyes. People snap. Happens all the time. But even he didn't sound convinced. The turning point came a week later. We were dispatched to a highway incident. Multiple vehicles stopped, drivers unresponsive. As we arrived, the scene looked like something out of a nightmare. Cars scattered across lanes, engines humming, doors open, and people just standing there, not moving, not speaking, watching. "What the hell is this?" Mike whispered. I didn't answer. I stepped forward, my instincts screaming. "Everyone, stay where you are!" I shouted. No reaction.
I said, show me your hands.
One of them took a step toward me. "Sir, stop right there!" I warned, raising my voice. He kept coming, slow, deliberate.
Stop right there.
The others
Okay,
followed. "Mike," I said quietly, not taking my eyes off them. "Yeah, I see it," he replied, his voice tense. For a moment, everything held still. Then, "Run," Mike muttered.
Listen.
And just like that, the illusion of control shattered. We moved fast, retreating to the patrol car. Doors slammed, engines roared. My hands gripped the wheel so tight my knuckles turned white. "They're not right," Mike said, breathing hard. I nodded.
Can't breathe.
"No, they're not."
They're here.
That night, I didn't sleep. Something clicked inside me, a realization I couldn't ignore anymore. This wasn't random. This wasn't just people snapping. There was a pattern,
Finally, makes
and
sense.
we were in the middle of it. The next day, I went back, alone. I stood at the edge of that same highway, the sun casting long shadows across the asphalt. Everything looked normal, too normal, but I knew better. I walked slowly, scanning every detail, and then I saw it. A small device, barely noticeable, attached under one of the abandoned
What is
cars.
that thing?
My heart skipped. "What are you?" I whispered, crouching down. Before I could reach it, a voice cut through the air. "I wouldn't touch that." I turned sharply.
Police.
A man stood a few feet away, calm, composed. "Who are you?" I demanded. He smiled faintly.
Step back. Now.
"Someone trying to fix this mess."
Take it back. Just enjoying the
Everything inside me went on high alert. "Start talking." He stepped closer, hands visible.
I'm not armed.
Those people, they're not acting on their own.
They seem.
My pulse
Listen to
pounded.
me.
Then what's controlling them? He hesitated. Something we weren't supposed to find. The final confrontation came faster than I expected. Backup arrived, sirens cutting through the tension. The man disappeared in the chaos, leaving me with more questions than answers.
What?
But one thing was clear.
He was just standing
This
right
was
here.
bigger
They
than
almost-
anything I'd faced before. In the end, the official report called it a mass psychological event. Equipment malfunction, misinterpretation, case closed. But I knew the truth. Or at least, part of it. Months later, I was back on patrol. Same car, same streets. But nothing felt the same. Mike transferred out, said he needed a break. I didn't blame him. Every night, I still tap the dashboard twice before starting. Old habits don't die easy. But now, there's something else. Every time I pass a parked car with its engine running, I slow down. I watch. And sometimes, just sometimes, I swear I see someone inside, sitting perfectly still, waiting. And I don't stop anymore. Because some things, you're not meant to understand. You're just meant to survive them.